Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm here today with another kind of chatty get ready with me video. You guys, people really seem to enjoy the last one of these that I did, and they're like an easy way for me to build makeup into the channel and talk about stuff. You know, I have to do my makeup anyway, so I can just sit here and chat with you while I'm doing it. So let's go ahead and get started. I've moisturized my face. I am going to go ahead and use a primer, and this is my favorite, Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer Radiance. And if you have drier or more mature skin, this might be a good one to pick up. I have really been liking it. Anyway, so I had a few things I thought I might chat with you guys about. I thought I would talk a little bit about what's been going on with me in the last couple weeks and what I've been reading. So, as we speak, this week has been a little nuts. My husband is out of town for a week. So my husband has a conference. He's a professor and yeah, conference for a week. So he is out of town. So it has been interesting. I've been me and the kids by myself today. I've got a babysitter for a little while, so I'm doing some filming and getting some work done. But yeah, that has been exciting, as things are with two very small children. If you're new to my channel, I have two boys. My oldest is gonna be 4 at the end of April, and then my youngest is 13 months. So yeah, we have a very busy household. They both have a lot of energy. The baby is thankfully napping at the moment, and my oldest is occupied, so yeah, it's a little quieter. And in case you're wondering, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Lines foundation, and sometimes I just use my fingers because it's easier. Speaking of my kids, I think I may have mentioned this in the last video that I did, but it is kind of crazy. My oldest is going to be 4, and so in New York City there is universal pre-K for 4-year-olds, which is amazing, but it's crazy. So he's going to be going to school in the fall. And I'm going to do some concealer. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye IT Cosmetics Illumination Concealer, which is really good. Anyway, so he's going to be going to school in the fall, so we are in the middle of pre-K tours, and I need to soon submit an application and like decide what school I want him to go to, because it's weird. There's like the pre-K classes are smaller, so you're guaranteed a spot in your zoned school for kindergarten. But for pre-K, it's not the same way. I mean, you'll get in somewhere, but there's a lot of like smaller private programs. I don't know, it's an interesting system. But so you have to do an application, which is crazy. And so it's been interesting. I've gone on 2 tours so far, and I have been surprised to find that I have stronger opinions than I thought I did about things. I don't know. Let me know if any of you guys are parents that have kids who've gone to school, like how you feel about that. And it is kind of funny because I didn't expect that, but I found that the 2 places I went to have like pretty different philosophies, and one of them I liked a lot, and the other one I was like, nah, I mean, I think it's a good school. Facilities are very nice, but I didn't love it as well. And the other thing too is that the second school is very, very white middle class, which is like fine, except that, you know, my kids are mixed, and I really would like them to be in a school with a little bit more diversity. So, you know, I wasn't the biggest fan of that either. Anyway, I'm going to go on about pre-Ks. Many of you do not have kids and don't care. And also New York has a crazy, weird public school system. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use some Kat Von D setting powder. Use this under my eyes, and then I'll use a big fluffy brush all over my face. And this just kind of sets it in place. But yeah, so it's been an adventure. So I've got to make some decisions pretty quickly about like where I want to be my top choice. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Let me know if any of you guys have been through some of this with your kids. I mean, he is so excited. Conrad, my oldest, he's so ready to be in school and so excited about it, but I really want it to be a good experience for him. And yeah, he's been in things before. He was in like a couple mornings a week, but then the little place he was in closed, and like and most places won't let you do that part-time, and it's so expensive. Things are just so crazy expensive, which is like a whole nother issue. So let me know. Oh, what else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, things I've been reading. So I've been having another really good reading month. I've gotten through a lot. I've also read a couple of graphic novels, which is part of why my number is up. I read 2 or 3, I don't know. I read volume 1 of Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan. I love Brian K. Vaughan generally. I liked Paper Girls. I didn't like it as much as the other things I've read from him, like Saga and The Last Man, which is amazing, by the way. If you haven't read it, that is great. I mean, they're definitely adult graphic novels. They're not PG, but they're really good. But yeah, this was like, who was it I was talking to the other night? I thought it was really accurate. Paper Girls is almost like if Stranger Things and Saga had a baby, like, which I get, because it reminds me a lot of Stranger Things, but grittier and weirder. But I liked it. The one that I read that I really, really liked was Giant Days. It's so good. It's so fun and funny and sweet. It's about these 3 girls who are college freshmen and kind of the things they deal with. I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute. So those are the graphic novels I've read. Oh, sorry, I'm doing my eyebrows. I didn't mention this is the Trestique mini brow pencil crayon, and this I got in an Ipsy bag. I've been liking it and using it pretty frequently because it's easy, which is great. Okay, other things I've been reading. Okay, so I read Rosemarked. I've been doing pretty good with my TBR, I feel like. We'll see how the rest of the month goes because I have some like really long books that I'm reading this month, but I think it's going pretty well. I may get through more than I expected to, but I read Rosemarked by Olivia Blackburn, which I really liked. I thought it was a very well-written book. I didn't feel like emotionally super connected with the characters, but I thought it was really well written. I thought the plot was super interesting and the things she explores. So it's, I guess, sort of a fantasy novel, but there's not really magic in it. But it is set in this world where there's this thing called the Rose Plague, and most people die from it, and it causes these like bright red rose-colored splotches all over your body. 2 different kinds of people don't die. One is the rose-marked, and they have the red splotches and they heal, but they're sort of doomed to die because when they have a relapse, they'll definitely die. And then the other is the umber-touched, which is the name of book 2, by the way. And those are people who heal and their marks turn brown, and that means that they are now immune to the disease. Yeah. So anyway, it's a really interesting storyline, and it's about a girl and a boy, and one of them becomes rose-marked. She's a healer, and the other one is umber-touched, and their peoples are oppressed by this empire, and it's about them going and trying to find a way to like kind of start a revolution or overthrow the empire, and a lot of things happen, and it's really interesting. I thought it was good. And it's interesting too because it explores, I mean, it's got like, you know, themes of oppression and resistance, which I'm always a fan of. But the other thing is that I was reading is she did research into how people deal with terminal illness, because this girl is really young, but she's essentially got a terminal illness. She knows that that eventually, you know, maybe in months or even years, she'll relapse and die, and sort of how she deals with that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, so I liked it, and I think I'll continue on with the series. And then I read one that I was like not that impressed with, and it was one I got on NetGalley, and I really wanted to love it. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I mean, I don't know. It could have been so much better. And the premise is really cool, and some people seem to be really liking it. So, you know, you may like it. Don't like take my word for this necessarily. It's Iron, Ink, and Glass, or Ink, Iron, and Glass, something like that, by Gwendolyn Clare, and it is a debut novel. I'm going to do some contour, and this is the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder. And you know what, you guys, I'm also trying to actually use up products. You know, I know there's people, sorry, I'll get back to the book in a minute, but I know there's people that do this pan project where you try to hit pan and actually use up all the makeup products that you have, and so I'm kind of doing that. So this I've like made a bit of a dent in. I don't know how much you can actually see on here, but I'm trying to use this because I don't want to just keep buying makeup because it's expensive. Anyway, so, oh, and let me show you. This is the blush I'm going to use. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay and Party, and I mean, if you can tell, this broke off, but look at that. I've like used a lot of it. You can totally see the pan on the bottom, so I'm very pleased with that. I'm going to try to use that up, and I really like it too. It's a good blush. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, so yeah, this book, I mean, the premise is super interesting. It is a sort of steampunk alternate history set in 1800s Italy. And it had a lot of potential, and it was okay. Yeah, you can read my review. I review everything on Goodreads, so if you want to go check out in more detail, more than what I'm going to say here, feel free to do that. The thing that was interesting to me about it, though, which I thought I would bring up here, because I know some of you guys are around my age, is the system of the world. Okay, I can't do makeup and do this at the same time. The system of the world is that, like, scriptologists are these people who can write into existence other worlds in these books, and then you can travel between worlds, between Earth and these created written worlds. Anyway, so this was really interesting because the mechanics of it are very, very similar to Myst. Any of you guys remember this? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm curious if any of you guys did this. That Myst was this really popular computer game back in the 90s, and they also did novelizations of it, which I read and really loved. And it was much less steampunk and more just like fantasy, but it had a very similar world mechanics system of having these sort of books that you use to travel and books that you use to write and create worlds. Anyways, so that was interesting to me. Yeah, anyway, so I wanted to love it, but I don't know, I wasn't that impressed. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. I just, nothing exceptional, insta-love, and I don't know. Yeah, which was kind of a bummer. So I'm going to do highlighter, and this is my favorite kind of go-to. It's the Benefit What's Up Stick Highlighter, and this is just nice and easy. Put it on the top of your cheekbones. Yeah, so I just finished that. I am finally reading A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, finishing up that. I think I'm something like 250 pages in, and it is a big book. It's like 700 pages long, so. But, yeah, I mean, I like it. They're good, you know? They're not amazing, but they're fun and easy to read. They're so not YA, though, you guys. Like, this is the thing that bothers me about them, is that they're sold as YA, but they're like adult fantasy romance. They're not YA. Like, seriously. Anyway, I'm sure I'm not the only person who have talked about this, but yeah. Regardless, I'm enjoying it. Okay, so on to my eyes. I'm using my Too Faced 24-Hour Insurance Primer. Oh, although, you know what I got recently, because I'm running out of this, is I picked up this eyeshadow primer from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It was like $4 or something, and it's really good. I was impressed, so I've been using that some. I want to use this one up, but it's so much cheaper. I mean, this thing was like $20, something like that, close to it. So yeah, the e.l.f. Cosmetics eyeshadow primer is actually really good, in case you've been wondering. So that's cool. Okay, and then also, this is like all about like finishing products that I forget to use. So I'm using a palette I haven't used in a while. This is by Pixie. It's the Judy Time, It's Judy Time eyeshadow palette. it's like this one broke and came out, but you know, I've used it a good bit and I do like it. It's just like neutral, so it's a good everyday palette, and I think I forgot for a while that I had it, so I'm trying to make some more use out of it. So I'm going to go into this highlight shade up here and put that on my brow bone. Let me know what you guys have been reading this month. I don't know, I've been reading a lot, which is great, and I've been enjoying it, some of it more than others. Some books more than others, but generally speaking, I think I'm just feeling like my TBR is getting to be a little out of control, and so I've been kind of motivated to try to pare it down. And then, let's see. This is a really pretty shade. I'm going to go into this shade here for my eyelid. It's like a kind of rose, dark, like it's like a mix of like halfway between rose and bronze, but it's this really pretty like shimmer shade. Anyway, my TBR, like my unread books, is just kind of out of control, and so I have been wanting to read a lot, partly just to like get that down a bit. I've also gone through and gotten rid of a few books that I just know I'm not going to get to. I know a lot of people do unhauls on here, but like when I want to get rid of books, it'll happen periodically, and it's usually like 2 or 3 books at a time, and I don't want to just like have them stacked up sitting there until I don't know. Yeah, so maybe one day I'll do an unhaul, but like so far I've just been really wanting to just get them out of my life. So, oh, that is too brown. We're gonna try this one instead. Yeah. See, this is like such a nice neutral eyeshadow palette. It's really good, like everyday. I mean, and obviously I'm using one of the darker shades, but there's a lot of just like lighter, more basic shades here too. I really like it. It's pretty. Like kind of forgot about it because I had all these other like more hyped palettes, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I should use that one more. Okay. I haven't counted recently, but I want to say the books I own that I haven't read yet is somewhere around 100 at this point, which is a little much. It's way too much, actually. It's like yeah, it's too much for me. It stresses me out, and so I am trying really hard to read more of the books I own. I also do use my library some, although I think what happens is I'll go and see things that I want to read and be like, oh, that looks so good, and then I'll get books and I'll read some of them, and some of them I'll end up just returning to the library, but I mean, yeah, which I think is fine too. Okay, what next? Oh, eyeliner would be good. Just doing like a really easy look, you guys. Okay, so this is the Lock-It Waterproof Pencil Eyeliner by Lock Color, and I like it. This is like a good basic eyeliner for days that you want to be simple and not use a liquid. What else do I have to talk to you about? I think that's a lot of it. Yeah, but I've read a good bit this month so far, which is great. I still need to start Name of the Wind, which is a beast. Although actually it's about the same length as A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is kind of funny. Because it looks so much longer, but it's actually the same length. Like 700 pages, which is really long. However, A Court of Wings and Ruin goes pretty fast. It's like a very, you know, those books, I guess I kind of got sidetracked talking about this. They're like, they're like candy. There's not a lot of substance to them, but they're fun. And you know, you just don't want to like think too hard about internal consistency. Like, I think is the main thing. Just like enjoy it for what it is, which is honestly, I mean, it's a fantasy romance is what it is. It's not like, yeah. It's not like, yeah, it's not real like high fantasy or anything. Oh, and you guys, I got the bells in the mail. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So that's exciting. That I'm very happy to have. I'm gonna have to do a reread of that at some point. It's really fun. I'm so excited to get my finished copy of Children of Blood and Bone next month. I love it so much. You know I can't stop talking about it. You guys, everybody needs to go read it. Go pre-order it. It's so amazing. And I just saw today on Twitter, Tomi Adeyemi, the author, she got her finished copy in the mail, and it's so pretty. And it was so sweet. She had this video, she was like crying opening it. Oh, it was so sweet. It's amazing. It's such a good book. I'm so excited for it. I'm totally going to do a reread of it sometime this year after I get it. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys would be interested in doing that with me. That would be fun, and there is a lot to talk about in this book, so it's a really good one for doing like a buddy read or a group read. I would be totally up for that, so let me know if anyone's interested. That would be fun. I am not a big rereader, but that one I really want to read again. Oh, sorry, and I guess I didn't tell you, I used the Grande Primer Lash Primer, and this is the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara, which I also really like. It's very good mascara, and it's another one that I sort of forgot I had for a while because I was using all these other ones, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a really good mascara. And after this, I'm going to finally film my crazy, enormous book haul, so yay for that. I don't know if that'll be up already. If it is up before this, I will link it up above if I remember to do so, but I'm not sure what I'm going to edit first, so we will see. Oh, and it was super cute. So yesterday, and I mean, I'm sure this will already be up, but yesterday I filmed with my son Conrad an unboxing video because we got picked to be in this, oh gosh, what is it? Getting to be part of an influencer program for this brand new quarterly kids book box, which is super fun. And so we did an unboxing video together yesterday, which was really fun, and he's so excited and he loves his box. And so, like I said, my husband's out of town, so we called him and talked to him this morning, and it was so cute. I was like, oh, you should tell him about your box. He was like, oh yeah, let me go get it. See, Dad? Trying to show him through the phone. I was like, well, you have to tell him about it because you can't see it. So it was really cute. He's so excited and he loves all the stuff he got in it. It's been really fun, so that was cool. Anyway, I'll do a little setting spray, and this is Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. This stuff is fantastic. As you can see, I am definitely using it up, so yeah. Alright, and then I just had put some lip gloss on earlier, and I'm just going to go with that for right now, so I think that is it. I am done. If you have thoughts on anything that I talked about, please leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to chat with you guys, and let me know if you guys like these. It seems like the last one I did went over pretty well, so let me know if you like it. It's kind of fun because I can like do my makeup and talk about that and then chat with you about the things I've been reading, what I've been doing, so I kind of enjoy it. Anyway, talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you did like this video and you want to see more of them, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.